Welcome back, folks. Alright, I've upgraded my gear, gotten myself properly equipped, and we're gonna take a shot at the next mission. Which, now, I should be a little bit more able to handle. Still not as well armed as I'd like, but I just need some perks to really up my game on this one.
I don't know what we found under LV-895, who built that place, or what it's for. The distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's warming up. We need to know what. Get down there and find out.
Alright, let's get to it, shall we?
Prohibit taking aboard xenomorphic parasites. Any of you come back with a makeout buddy, my lock stays sealed.
The gravitational anomaly continues to intensify. Locating the source is imperative.
We're working on it.
Stay frosty. We know there's Xenos. God knows what else Cynthia had.
And that alien equipment.
Listen.
Who knows what it does? Be careful.
Oh, we got company.
Incoming Xenos! Burn them down!
I'm aware, don't worry. We got him covered.
Clear. What are we looking at in here, Doc?
It could be, well, that structure. I have no idea.
Lot of help you are, Doc. Thanks. Meh, I'm being too hard on the guy. I clearly have no idea what this crap is either, so let's just get in there and take care of business.
Esther's readings are from the right, mostly.
Nothing of any value over here. Alright. I love the it's mostly from the right. Meaning what?
Wow!
Hey, here come our little friends!
Deployed.
Go! Watch the wall!
There is an unusual power signature nearby, similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a scanner?
Alright, fine. We'll set up a scanner. Distinct impression. We're gonna be asking for company when I do, but okay.
Sentry deployed.
The structure on the ceiling. Over the scanner.
Hold that! Xeno's incoming! Watch behind! So, what's that on the ceiling?
A biological energy capacitor. A living battery.
I'm just taking a wild guess, but I'm assuming that's tech way outside of human capacity. Ooh, bonus. Armor-piercing rounds.
We need a map of this place. These holes loop all over. Movements, negative ID. Can you see them?
No, but it ain't xenomorphs, that's for sure. Doesn't sound like it.
There is an instrumentality across the room.
Secure the area first. Hey, hold up and listen.
I will try to acquire a facility layout. Hit only the controls I specify.
Rearming.
Fire team, set up a perimeter. It could take her a while.
Sentry deployed.
Farthest left, center right, center top. Analyzing output. Stand by.
Damn, you guys keep coming. Oh, face shot. You were ugly before, but eesh. It made it worse. Ow. Damn it.
Crunchy one!
Yeah, that's it. Chase me, you ugly bug.
I can only find a local map. Please, head up the ramp.
Grabbing ammo. Hey, kids here.
Oh, so much for that.
Xenos ahead! Coming over the bridge!
Sentry deployed.
Yo, Honecker, anything you can tell us about who built this place?
Huh. Well, all the metals are dark. And that's interesting. They don't need to be. Maybe an aesthetic choice.
Or intentionally designed because of eye issues or light level restrictions. They might be vulnerable to high light levels. You never know.
Movement, get a visual before... Gone.
I saw no evidence of xenomorph physiology.
Maybe it's local life? Or rats. Hollis Station had rats.
Ambush.
Very much doubt they're rats anymore.
Xenos ahead! From the right, watch the center pipe!
I know what I'm doing.
Got a drone coming!
Dever just detected a burst of 511 kilo electron volt gamma rays from within the gravitic anomaly.
Sounds like something just turned on.
Sentry deployed. Required.
We're near the end of the layout Esther grabbed. Use the, squishy thing in that room.
Rearm.
Enter the same sequence as the last instrumentality. Farthest left, center right, center top. Stand by. Recording the output.
Sentry deployed.
Yep, so much for you. Hello, what have we here? Cool. More intel.
The map seems to label the section ahead Basket of the Heavenly Traveler.
We must be missing some context. Can I see?
Yeah, I think that's all 3 intel items in this level. Cool.
Bypassing damage.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's wrap up here.
Looks like a control center.
No. Careful. That's an anthropomorphic assumption.
I don't know. I think she's on the point.
Matching up. 8 kids here. Rearming. Bypassing damage.
Could you obtain a LiDAR sweep of the presumed control center?
That'll rile our friends in the walls. Be ready. Movement all around. Bunker down. Watch the drone.
Okay, I think that's just about all of them. Or not.
That's it. That's all of them. Madre de Dios.
I believe I have deciphered the controls. Try farthest left.
Stand ready, fire team.
That's a ship. Right?
Yep.
It is the source of the gravitational distortions.
Cynthia's Asset Zero. That's where we're headed, fire team.
Alright, let's leave.
It is likely that the remnants of Cynthia's forces lie ahead.
Gotta be such a downer all the time. Yeah. Alright.
An alien ship. That's the source of the gravity distortions.
Alright,
We don't know yet what Cynthia's trying to do with it.
Alright, let's go ahead and back it off. And let's talk with our intel. First we'll talk with Sergeant Park, then we'll talk with Honaker.
Holy crap, you scanned a GEOS data pad? I haven't seen one of those since I signed up. They're a local brand on Gateway Station. Tower 6, level 33. They'd acquire parts from big companies, closeouts, auctions, and assemble them into gear the mega corporations would charge twice as much for. Somebody on Wayland's staff must be my neighbor. I'm from Gateway, born and raised. It's a primary orbital port for the United Americas built in 2030. We hold geosync over Quito, Ecuador, but we're an independent territory. 30,000 permanent residents, our own rep in the UA Assembly, and our own customs laws.
Alright, Honker, what do you got?
That must have been made by a member of the Wayland Yutani team studying the ruins on LV-895. They're strange. The outermost you could mistake for something built by humans. Big slab stone construction. The only weird parts are the doors. The second section has the heads and statues. That's not stone. It looks like it, but samples show woven helical structures. Rigid collagens, aragonite, biopolymers. Bone. Genetically engineered, stronger than steel. Finally, there's the section of carbonized metal, the deepest and most advanced bits. Encased behind the metal are biological systems, nerves, and organs. I don't know what to make of it. It's like there's 2 or 3 different cultures, different technology levels, but there's a set of characters in all 3 sections. They translate something like, those who birth and kill. Esther says creator-destroyers is probably closer idiomatically.
Okay, that's probably bad. I mean, just saying.
I can't believe you found one of those intact. See the black veining? Yeah, that's distinctive to mutation caused by pathogen exposure. Yeah, I can't guess what this creature used to be. Maybe something native to LV-895, maybe one of the rats from Paulus Station. Pathogen messes with the DNA in animal life forms, leaves plants and fungus alone. It's like it puts genetic code through a blender, and they come out enhanced physically, faster, stronger, more durable. The downside is mental development seems to atrophy or get reset. Mutants can problem solve, but a human we saw affected, it didn't recognize anyone. It just ate. Anything mutated by pathogen comes out pure aggression. Like they take survival of the fittest as a personal dare.
Fair enough, Doc.
So, Esther said I should explain the pathogen for you. The genetically engineered mutagen Paula Station experimented with. Weyland-Yutani provided a jar of it, but never said where they got it from. Now I know it was from those ruins you found. The animals we used pathogen on got faster, stronger, more durable, but crazy aggressive too. The company wanted financially viable mutations. When Administrator Bellows arrived, he had pathogen tested on xenomorphs. And that's when everything went off the rails. That was the lab's consensus theory. Genetically engineered nanobiotech, definitely artificial, unbelievably complex. Way beyond any technology they'd seen. Someone designed it to do what it does. Someone a hell of a lot smarter than us. Well, I'm an anthropologist, so anything I tell you I got secondhand. I may not remember it right. The team had 2 xenobiologists. Cruz thought pathogen unraveled the telomeres in DNA, then swapped around sections of code. And Pryor thought it activated alleles and non-coding DNA. They couldn't figure out why mutations weren't 100% consistent. It was Etienne who came up with the theory that pathogen can blend the host's DNA with that of viruses or bacteria in their body. Never. Matthews thought its ability to enter cells was blocked or inhibited by polysaccharides, cell walls. Like in plant or fungal life, animal species never have cell walls, at least none we've seen. That's been true on every planet we've surveyed. We didn't get a choice. Bellows put his own synths in charge of security. He had Xenoex. He could have done whatever he wanted with us. If it makes any difference, the last surviving pathogen experiment was Monica. The gray-striped Xeno you killed on Katanga. We never found a way to safely dispose of it. Critters mutated by it we could kill. Pathogen itself? I don't know. The safest thing is to leave it in those jars. They're pretty tough. Sure, you gotta be busy. Anytime you want to talk about pathogen or anything, I'll be here.
Alright. So there you go. There's the breakdown of what the hell's going on around here. And to the point that it matters or that makes a big difference, the truth of the matter is, or what matters the most is, well, hey, there you are. The truth of the matter is, or perhaps what matters most is, basically, the stuff from Prometheus is a borderline toxin, like a bioengineered chemical. Something designed and built for the purpose of more or less ripping something apart at a biological level and then reassembling it at the most base levels possible into something aggressive, mutated, and unpleasant as all fucking hell. But yeah, like, no, these things are designed and built for the purpose of, you know, combat engineering an invasive species or local life forms into, for lack of a better term, something designed to just shred anything it was on. Basically, the premise of it from the movies, if you remember, was they drop it on a planet, and the planet's life forms mutate wildly and violently, and then once they mutate wildly and violently, as I was saying, they more or less just tear into everything in the area and kill until there's basically nothing left surviving. It's not to say that the concepts behind it aren't actually really goddamn cool, but it's handled so poorly in the movies that it's weird. I kind of feel like the game did a better job with making it make sense as a pliable threat, you know? But then again, the movies are all riddled with Ridley Scott's fucking pretentious bullshit.
Oh, thanks. I got distracted and left that out. I'll grab it later. Fulminium's a metamaterial, engineered in a lab for some specific combination of durability, friction, thermal tolerance, whatever. It's copyright and trademark of Armat Battlefield Systems. Using their weapons along with a bunch of other materials. Plastics, more conventional alloy powders. All that gets fed into Endeavor's fabricators. I load up a blueprint on the computer, press print, and in minutes you have a new weapon. Never fired, just for you. Nice, huh? For 200 years, the Corps has been trying to get our logistics to this point. Anything you want, I can make on demand for materials and bulk storage. Weapons, ammunition, maintenance parts, chow hall trays, anime figurines, whatever.
I love the in joke. Is like, yeah, I guess he mentions that because it's at least happened once. But anyway, so yeah, there's all the intel I've collected thus far. Nod to the power loader. And somewhere around here, there's two other items. There's a banner and a placard that you run into. Forget what the placard is, but the banner, you find it like lying around somewhere, and it's supposed to go into the ship's like main hall for the troopers, and someone completely forgets about it and leaves it lying around, and well, you know how that goes. And then there's also, I'm trying to remember where the freaking placard was. And these two guys, when you aren't working with them, they just kind of do maintenance work on their stuff constantly. I don't know, it was weird. But yeah, somewhere around here there's another two items you can collect. One is a banner for the ship. The other's a placard mounted somewhere on the wall that you can read that gives you the background on the ship's history. Ah, here it is. Alright, one last piece of intel because I gotta figure out where the banner was, but
Yes, I've seen the commissioning plaque. The Tianjin-class assault ships were designed to enforce the Colonial Protection Act. The first came off the lines in '93. In theory, we can patrol independently. A Marine battalion and a dropship squadron can handle any problem on the ground. And we've got Park's fabricators. We can make whatever ammo, parts, and weapons we need. The old Conestoga and Bougainville transports had to restock at logistical flotillas. If the UPP gets restless, things change. Endeavor's a transport. We've got kinetics and nukes for a planetary bombardment, and enough Dews and ASATs to roast pirates and mercs. But a real warship or a squadron of strike bombers would shred this beast into confetti.
thanks for the pep talk. You're a real charmer. Can't say I blame her. I've known some military folks and pilots over the years, and they'll tell you, you never really appreciate the kind of firepower or destruction you can face in an actual combat scenario if you've never been in one. My dad used to tell me, he's like, everything looks great on paper until that paper gets burned to ash by napalm. Alright, Refabricator's not really going to do me any good here, but
Hey, if you happen to acquire one of those color-changing cats from LV-895, let me know. There's a back-channel interest. All I need's a reliable supplier. Anything not on the racks, I can pull out of cargo form.
alright, so basically at this point you're doing kit work and universal updates. Oh yeah, there it is. That's one of the ones I want. Quick charge. Quick charge is always a first choice, because quick charge can absolutely give you an advantage here. See, quick charge. Can't use it right now because it's locked, but quick charge basically lets you do a real fast recharge of any items you currently have equipped. Ooh, compatibility matrix. That could be useful. very handy. And see, there's all this stuff is all part of the game. They do not have the hardware to take advantage of it yet, but anyway. But now I've got the Twilight, which is a DMR. I got the burst rifle, I got the pulse rifle, and I got the halberd. And the halberd is basically a light machine gun. Like, no joke, it's basically just a light machine gun with a significant amount of firepower. Not what I want for this next mission, but I take it. Anyway, we'll pause it here, continue next time. But as you can see, I'm pretty well equipped, so I should be able to just handle things no trouble. I appreciate you taking this journey with me through the chaotic world of Aliens Fireteam Elite. In a weird way, it's kind of like a proto Helldivers. You know, instead of the open world for every mission that's procedurally generated, you have these slightly variable, predefined missions that you can go on and then run through at different difficulties. It's still a blast, and I highly recommend it. Especially if you're a fan of the Alien franchise. Because there's darn few that I think are... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have... Yeah, they of course had to do the emote thing, but, I mean, what can you do? But, like, if you're an Aliens fan, this game is an absolute no-brainer. And you can probably get it dirt freaking cheap right now. Plus... The DLC Pathogen, $10, 15 tops. It's worth it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. This is the Solo Gamer signing out. Take care of yourselves. Bye.